are some of my initial observations about the results? And I will say that they are very significant because I had the before clips and I did ensure to follow very closely the rules of the challenge, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. I was able to see exactly how my hair thrives. I'm actually inspired to talk about the previous natural hair journeys I had embarked on and why they went wrong, because I feel like a light bulb is going on in my mind about this. And sometimes the best tips about how to grow or retain the length of your hair is what not to do. And because I have a good track record of not sticking to regimens or doing things improperly and having done it properly and consistently, I feel like that would be a very cool and enlightening video for you. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure you thumbs this video up. Now I want to segue into what I didn't do in this challenge that I was supposed to. One of the things, I don't know why this is such a hard thing for me to do, but the first week of June of the challenge, I massaged my hair faithfully Monday through Sunday, so a whole week. And then the massaging stopped. I don't know what it was. I was massaging my hair 20 minutes a day with my electric scalp massager, and as wonderful as it is to treat yourself to that, I don't know why I couldn't keep that up. So my suspicion is that I felt like it was taking up time that I didn't have. And granted, that's kind of a mindset thing. I definitely had the time to do it. I just didn't prioritize it. So would my results have been more substantial if I had continued the massaging 20 minutes a day? Maybe. It is something that I want to make a part of my routine and not just for a challenge, because you can run into some muddy waters with, well, what's causing it to grow? Is it the massaging or is it just leaving it alone? Also with that is when you're wearing twists or you're wearing your natural hair out in a protective style, massaging it, whether you're using your finger pads or you're using electric scalp massager, it messes up your hair and it makes it frizzy. And I also want my styles to be presentable to myself according to my standards. So I just felt that it created frizz and it messed up my hair. Also, this is another thing, but when you're massaging your hair while it's in twists or braids, the roots of your hair aren't quite loose because they're all kind of trapped and formed into that twist or that braid. And so sometimes with the scalp massager or with your finger pads, when you're moving the hair around, it can cause breakage at the root. And I felt like I was starting to experience some of that because I would just hear it, or it's like a feel, it would be like a tug, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Additionally, she also recommended to just do this once a month, right? So just for the whole month of June, don't try not to. It's not like you couldn't, she said if you have to do it every 2 weeks, do that, but minimize as many times as you're in your hair as possible. So I was going for a month, but the way that my scalp works is after the 2-week mark, and with age, my scalp has become more sensitive to dirt, oil, buildup, things like that. So I begin to have a lot of flaking on especially my hairline. It drives me bananas. But I do have scabbing from relaxers in the past, and those are just areas that the body continues to shed skin cells there, and then it's like white. So I'm like leprosy. I just don't want to see that on my hairline, especially because that is basically my face, and it's visible so everyone can see it. So after the 2-week mark, I took all of the twists that I currently had and just went through and kind of massaged some of that dirt out. And then when I got home, I washed it. I was like, I just have to wash it. And then what I did instead was I installed mini twists. Now they weren't quite mini as probably they could have been, but I did do smaller versions of the twist that I started out with. And I actually like that style better. I think my hair holds out a lot longer when I have smaller sections. Now, what's crazy is I'm not certain. I can't isolate which practices of this challenge contributed to the length retention. All I can say, Deanna's system or her instructions were really helpful. This protective style challenge was very enlightening, showed me a lot of practices that I can continue doing even if I'm not tracking growth. I'm not a fan of it, you guys. I did it for challenge purposes, but it does help to have a marker of where you were and where you're going so that you know your efforts are either pushing you towards your goals or hindering, and it allows you to make adjustments in your routines so that it better supports your hair growth goals. And then finally, I'm very happy with my progress. I can see the difference. I felt the difference. Even while I was taking my mini twist out, I knew it was a lot longer or more length than when I started the challenge. So what are my plans now from here on? Well, I am going to definitely wash my hair today and get it nice and clean. It needs to be cleaned. I have plans on stretching it with a blow dryer and then installing mini twist again, but on stretched hair. And I do want to make them slightly smaller than I had prior. And I do want to make my parting a little bit neater, especially in the front. So the next videos from here is going to be my mini twist showcase. I won't film it because they take forever and I want to be able to just take my time, entertain myself while I'm putting them in. So there will be a mini twist showcase. Maybe I'll show you guys some styles, how you can style them. And also, if you guys want to see that video about, it's almost like the don'ts of a natural hair journey if your goal is length, because I did feel that at the end of this hair growth challenge that light bulbs went on and I was like, oh, that's why my hair wasn't growing then. That's why this wasn't happening. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below as well. Thank you, Glow and Peace Deanna, for this amazing hair growth challenge and for sharing your real secrets of length retention with us. So thank you, Deanna, for just your genuine sincerity and authenticity in sharing what works for you, what truly works for you, and the practicality of it. And I am proof that her tips and what she's talking about works. And so I plan to maintain that till the end of this year. We'll see what happens. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna keep going. Oh my god. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.